The alchemia, so the chemistry within you, understanding your own unique elements, fire, earth, air, and water. How are you mixing those elements within you? You're always seeking for happiness and you're clogged in fear because you can't experience the depth of you. It's a fight against yourself, so you have to go within and light these characters within me up. A really good tool that has helped me navigate my inner world has been astrology. I have been studying neuroscience and psychology for the past 3 years, and the more I study, the more I understand how connected spirituality and science are. As Da Vinci used to say, to develop a complete mind, study the art of science, the science of art. To understand science, we have to understand the art, the symbolism behind the mechanism. As above, so below. What we see externally is a reflection of what we have internally. Astrology is a reflection of your inner world. Planets in Latin means wonder. What are planets internally? They're wandering energies that we have to manage, understand, and be self-aware of so we can go through our field of energy consciously, using our conscious mind, using our soul, our grounded energy. I keep talking about my example of my sun sign because I'm a sun in Pisces in my 6th house. Let's say if I have a Pisces sun in my 2nd house versus a Pisces sun in my 6th house. While both houses are in an earth sign, it's a distinct scenario because the 2nd house is correlated with the Taurus archetype, the bull, the grounded energy. So we're grounding our identity. We come from the 1st house. Whereas the 6th house stems from the 5th house. What's the 5th house? Fixed fire. We're fixating our creativity so that we can inspire. That's the Leo archetype. Then we're going into Virgo, the Virgin. We're applying our own unique service. Virgos are known to be analytical, cynical, because they see details like no other sign. So they can see things about you to help you, but you're taking it as a criticism because you don't see it. They see it. They have that advantage, but it can become overwhelming, and that's how they become rigid and cynical. I myself am a Virgo rising. I went through a lot of anxiety throughout my life. I mean, anxiety basically comes from overthinking, but not listening to my thoughts and creating inner turmoil made me like clog internally, and that's how I started to develop panic attacks and develop these fluctuations of mood where I would just become overwhelmed and just numb myself with vices, with even going to the gym, partying, whatever I could put my mind to that would make me rumble about something else in the moment and avoid that feeling, that energy, emotion. And emotion is you understanding that experience so that you can move on from that experience. If not, that experience is going to linger as an energetic force within you that then you have to start to decode through the patterns that you've created because you wanted to shield yourself from understanding that emotion. And that's a whole circle of emotions. I like to see it as we have 12 different personalities, which are the 12 archetypes in astrology. Those 12 different personalities show us different sides of ourself, our soul, and what we're longing for. And I know this sounds pseudo, or this could sound pseudo, but you have to look at it from a broad spectrum. That's why looking at the houses allows you to see where you're positioned currently. When you're looking at the horoscope, you're horoscoping your own unique timeline based on the planet's alignments now and when you were born. That's a horoscope. When you want to understand your birth chart, you have to go back to when you were born. The time, the birth place, everything matters. The numbers, the location, the sensations. So yeah, that's the inner world, the sensational world, the symbolical world. Jung basically decoded symbolism in a way where no other scientist did, because he didn't fear to go to the unconscious realm of mythology, of the things that make or scare us, the stories that resonate with us based on the characters that we align with. And astrology basically began in Greeks and ancients looking at the sky and understanding that each different zodiac is positioned in the sky in a different space, and basically those are the 12 houses. So when we're positioned from here, from Earth, we see the 12 zodiacs above, and the planets are wandering those zodiacs. As above, so below. That wandering spiral solar system is within you, and that's all astrology is about. The sun is the conscious aspect of yourself. The moon is your unconscious. Those are the luminaries, the most powerful influences in your chart, because that's your soul. The sun rules Leo and the moon rules Cancer. Cancer goes within. They're correlated with the chest anatomically because they protect, they shield. What's the heart correlated with? The heart and the spleen correlate with the solar plexus. The sun rules Leo, the light. Leo inspires. They guide the pack. They don't command it. They inspire the pack by simply doing. They're the kings of the jungle for a reason. With their aura, they walk anywhere and all animals know that they're the kings. That's Leo's essence. That's our soul. That's our conscious mind. Whereas our unconscious is as important or even more because that's 95% of what we're aware of on a day-to-day basis. Through the Cancer archetype, we access our unconscious world, and that's 95% unconscious material that we have to go through. And you have 5% to your advantage, which is your sun. But that 5% has to go within. That light outside has to go within so that you can light the inside. And as Jung used to say, no tree can rise to heaven unless its roots touch back the ground. Whatever we're going through externally is a reflection of what's happening internally. And I know this sounds like too broad and everyone says that, but we have to really pay attention to the detail every single day. We have to really pay attention to the details and the synchronicities. Synchronicities means when time synchronizes and there's sync in events, click, that give you a revelation about something in your life, or a deja vu, or anything that sparks like a story with different key logs, something that gives you a different key so that you can understand where you're positioned. It could be a number, repetition, it could be a person, it could be a soul connection, anything. You have to really understand your path, see your life situations in astrology, and understand how you're walking through, how you're rising through your feelings. What are feelings? They're a bundle of emotion. Feeling could be different emotions. That's why love is the highest form of an emotion, because love is all emotions. The same thing with hate. Each emotion conveys the opposition of that emotion, and in the middle you have all emotions. That's why when you're clogged in the middle, you can't understand it. You don't want to go to the polar sides of the emotion, and when you're in the middle, you're always seeking for happiness and you're clogged in fear because you can't experience the depth of you. If you don't experience the depth of you, then you can't ever understand like what you're hiding about yourself. Like literally, like it's a fight against yourself. So if you're hiding something about yourself, it's on you. And that's something that we don't really realize because we're so focused on identifying ourselves with things that shield who we truly are. It's really an inner fight to battle. The more I understand astrology, the more I understand how these figures of light take form inside of me and how I can externalize these figures without them taking control outside by portraying their shadows. I have to go within and light these characters within me up. This is the basic unit of life. Democritus discovered an atom, and he said that an atom is basically what you see physically. There's two different beliefs. That one, which is the scientific belief, and then the religious belief is that form shapes everything, meaning your mind shapes everything. Based on what you see here, you shape reality based on the divinity of your creativity. So two different ways of seeing how an atom takes form and evolutionizes, because an atom gets information from the outside through the lipid bilayer. What's a lipid bilayer? It's basically a membrane, a membrane. So it's the brain of the cell. The cell literally has a nervous system, an immune system. It has the same functions as the human body. So yeah, let's appreciate ourselves, take care of ourselves, and shadow work through astrology. Inner alchemy saved me, because inner alchemy is basically alchemia. So the chemistry within you, understanding your own unique elements, fire, earth, air, and water. How are you mixing those elements within you based on your zodiac sign? Jung was the first psychologist, and he's like my mentor, that allowed me to see the mind differently, creatively. Allowed me to see zodiacs as characters from my personality that I was creating in this reality. I have the control as being out of the zodiacs. Sarcastically, I'm actually a Pisces, which Pisces embodies all zodiacs because Pisces is the last zodiac. So they carry all of the energies, which makes them the fish. They're drifting in the collective unconscious, where beliefs are stored. So that's why Pisces is mutable water. Aries is cardinal fire, the initiation of an idea. We have an idea and then we create, like the Bible, the spark. We are only seeing 0.00035%. 95% equals unconscious mind. Why? Because our light, literally with our retina, we're only seeing only this in the spectrum of light. Light has different colors. We only see a specific spectrum.